I'm Jean Curtis. I'm Missoula County Commissioner. And you know, I grew up in the crown of the continent. I didn't have any idea that other people didn't get to grow up looking at those mountains and trees every day. So this project is really important to me, and the collaboration throughout it has been great. Well, fortunately, the portion that I grew up in is still, really a lot of it is still intact. I mean, the animals are there, the streams are still clean, but the impact is becoming visible. It's you can tell that there are more people that have discovered the area, there are more people that have moved in, and of course we've had forest fires that have impacted the streams, and so now we're at the point where we really realize that if we don't do anything else, we're going to have to, we're going to lose that pristine environment that is there. Throughout the valley, however, there are other changes that have happened that, where things were logged extensively in certain portions. The streams have been impacted by development. And there's no sewer in Seeley Lake, for example, and the water's been impacted. So there's definitely been change. Probably the most is just the number of people using the area. Now, forest restoration, I think, is trying to bring the forest back to where it can take care of itself. So the streams that have been impacted, we need to make sure that we've done things to keep them from the the runoff going into the stream. We need to be sure that if there's been a forest fire, that we've restored the area enough. If there's new roads through there after the forest fire, it's really obvious sometimes the damage that does to roads with all that equipment, and they have to water the road. So you need to go in and make sure that the things that they put in to deal with a fire have been restored so that all the runoff isn't going into the creek right off that main road. And then the forest itself, we let things get away from us. We have places that have been logged too much and places that haven't been logged at all, and we need to find a balance. I think restoration will look different depending on where it is. So sometimes it means that you have to mechanically go in and remove some trees and kind of clear out the underbrush. Sometimes it means you take out an old culvert. But sometimes it means that you just improve the access, but maybe you limit how much access to an area. So it can really mean a lot of different things. Also means we have to look at all the different species. So sometimes we're looking at fish, sometimes it will be lynx, and so it looks different. And I think that's what's great about this project, is that each individual project is looked at for what we're trying to protect and what we're trying to enhance and what we're trying to restore. Well, the thing I find when I talk to people throughout our county and throughout the region really is the reasons we live here are because of the natural resources. So it doesn't matter if you're someone who lives in Lincoln or Ovando or Seeley Lake, or whether you're somebody that lives in Missoula, or whether you're a visitor. The reason that we live here is because of these resources. So we have to figure out a balance. How do we have people use this space but make sure that we don't lose the resource and the reason we're here? I sometimes refer to it as the golden egg. The resources are the golden egg here, and if we kill the golden egg, the goose and the golden egg bit, we lose the reason we're here. So it really is a balance, and it really is important. It's good for the economy because it has jobs. And some jobs are taking the timber out, some jobs are restoring the resource, and some jobs are related to tourism. So it really is a big balance, and it has a different picture each place. The Southwestern Crown projects have had an amazing amount of collaboration from lots of people, and I think that's why it is such a great project. I mean, it has the people that have been on the ground, the people that remember what it used to look like, the people that know what we have to do because we're pushing a balance on how many lynx are there, how many fish are there. And so because of the input of all of those people, it has allowed us to develop projects and then monitor those projects to make sure they're reaching the goals of all of us. So it isn't just one entity's goals, it's the goals of the whole. And that makes it an important project and a great way to, the monitoring is great. Also, it allows us to do some projects that we might not have been able to do before, because in the past, if you didn't have enough logging or mechanical removal of materials to pay for the restoration project, it didn't happen. This project does not have that requirement, and so it allows us to do some things that in the past we might not have been able to fund.